Today is March 29th, and basically just had a few things on my mind that I want to talk about. And it all really ties together with disclosure and the New World Order, religion. And I try to keep an open mind about things. And to really, I want to start with, religion, since about all I guess every culture has something they believe in, and even those who say they don't believe in God or anything, actually, that's their religion. They believe there's nothing. So uh, I just have questions about how it all began, what came first, the chicken or the egg, and sometimes I've wondered if what I've heard, that religion was placed to you know to control the population. So um, and this plan's been about for a long time. uh, Money is just another way of control. um, and So I question, what is this, what's this control all about? Why is that so important to whatever is doing it? And that brings me to the alien thing. They call it, look it up on YouTube. It's called the Alien Agenda. And basically, you could sit there and say that, the aliens are wanting to control us. Well, why? I mean, what's so important? And they'll say things like the aliens feed off our emotions. They feed off fear, the negative emotions that we exhibit, and that's basically that's their substance. And they need us, and therefore they try to help us to exist because that helps them exist. Um, and that's sort of that is what some would say the alien agenda is the New World Order. To bring it all into one central governing body, I guess, or a central or a one entity that rules it all, which that would some would say is the Satan, Luciferian agenda. Um, and that all ties back to religion, that goes to God and Lucifer and that whole aspect. So it's just still really one big question to me. I mean, if God knows everything that's going to happen, and God knows that He'll win in the end, if it's a He, uh, what is the whole point of all this? I just don't understand. If you know the outcome, why even go through it? It just, I can't understand it. What is the whole point if you know the outcome? Well, and if God's all powerful, knows that He's going to win in the end, and knows everything, how it's going to come about and all that, what is the whole point? And I would guess that would come down to free will. God was lonely. Uh, I don't really understand it. He made the angels, so why would He be lonely? And then it says that we're made in His image. Does that mean we're exactly like God, or a mirror image? What does that mean? I just can't really understand the whole purpose of it all. And if it is that God, basically wanted people in his life, or souls. Why did he want to put us through what we're going through? And that, like I said, is that free will? I mean, if the angels can rebel, and that's what happened with Lucifer, that was his most beautiful angel, the most loved angel, I would guess, and be the most loved to turn on him. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. And when he made Satan or Lucifer, he knew that was going to happen. I don't get it. But anyway, I guess that shows that you love no matter, even though you know whatever you're loving is going to turn against you, you still love it, and let whatever, who or whatever it may be that's turning against you, make that choice, and they can go their own way. But it's their choice. It's not that you or God chose to turn their back on you. You chose that route. And I sort of take that aspect in life. I do the same thing. I'll give anybody a chance, and many chances, but you know, there comes a point that you get tired of being slapped, so you just have to walk away, and the person you're doing that to will actually get mad at you. After giving so many chances, they think that you're going to give them more chances, and when you walk away, it seems like they'd almost rather you get in a fight, an argument about it, instead of walking away. But basically, I feel that's how God does things, and I try to live by that same principle. But anyway, to go on about what's happening today, I feel like this alien agenda is actually probably going to manifest or happen in my lifetime, being that it said in the Bible that when the Jews get their nation back, which was in 1947, 48, and the funny thing is, that's exactly when Roswell happened, when the aliens started appearing on the scene. Not that they haven't been, there's not records of them being here, it's just they really exploded onto the scene then. And then in the Bible it also says, when you see the increase of knowledge, which is just really late in the last, I don't know, 50 years, it's exploded, and it's still exploding. It's not done. And kids today are learning things that I didn't learn until 6th or 7th grade, maybe 8th. They're learning in early elementary ages. So that's the increase of knowledge. And anyway, it just seems like the things prophesied are happening, and I just feel like we have the opportunity to change things. It's not set in stone. That's why prophecy was given. Prophecy ain't given just to say, you'd say, yep, it's happening. Oh, here comes Satan. Well, if we take that attitude, yeah, it's going to happen. But God gave us prophecy, so when we see these things happening, we can do something about it. You can't just sit back. I've heard too many people say, oh, well, God said it's going to be that way. Well, if you don't do anything, it will happen. But if you stand up, you can push that time back. So I guess that's why I'm making the video. I really don't understand. I have a lot of questions. Why we have to go through all this if God knows all? Why put us through it if He knows who's going to choose Him and who's going to choose Satan or Lucifer? Why didn't He just settle it right then? I guess that's so we could say, you never gave us the chance. But anyway, basically that's all I wanted to say. It's just really been on my mind, and I feel like people need to really start thinking about things seriously, and especially since Malachi, what's his name, Martin Malachi, or he was the Pope or Bishop in the Vatican who gave his prophecy of the last Pope, and we're at the last Pope, or no, this is the last good Pope, I think. The next one coming on the scene supposed to be the false Pope, or the one that's supposed to bring the Antichrist onto the scene. So very interesting, very interesting times. And anyway, I on my channel on YouTube, it's Reese, REESE 76 1990. I got what is it called? My list playlist. I got saved Alien Abduction, but look on there and you'll see Jonathan Reed. But watch that video. Very compelling. Just shocking. So if you will, give that a look, and you guys have a good day.